Now we're going to talk about the types of data. Okay? Types of data is very, very important to understand because this not only helps in the measure phase, this helps in the analyze phase, in the improve phase, and in the control phase. So please pay attention to it. This is very, very important. There are two types of data generally that we talk about. One is a continuous data, okay, and another is a discrete data. Okay, so these are two terms, continuous data and discrete data, that we have in Six Sigma. So we will talk about it. What is continuous data? Continuous data is a sort of data which can be broken down into infinitely different smaller unit, and it still makes sense. Okay, the data which can be broken down into different units. So there are a few examples that we can see here. You can see we have time. So if I have time here, like if I say 5 hours, I can convert 5 hours into minutes. I can convert minutes into seconds. I can convert seconds into milliseconds. So time I can further break. Price I can break because we have different currencies. We can convert from rupees to paisa. Okay. Height, you know, height can be from feet to inches to meters to millimeters. Weight, we can do it also. Temperature, distance. Okay. So this is what we call it as a continuous data. Then is a discrete data. Any data which cannot be broken down further is called a discrete data. Okay. All type of data which is other than continuous data is called a discrete data. But there are many types of discrete data that we have. Likewise, in continuous, we only have one type, which is continuous, which can be broken down further. But discrete is something which cannot be broken down further. But there are various types of discrete data that we should understand. The first type of discrete data is called a binomial data, which is sort of a binary data, which is either yes or no. Okay, maybe true, false, pass, fail, defect, pass. Okay. The second type of discrete data is called count, which is number of people appeared for the exam, number of defects, number of people attended the training, number of people cleared the training. So it's in numbers. Then we have nominal data. Data which have names or labeled, okay, which is like department A, department B, department C, manager 1, manager 2, manager 3, north, south, east. So we are comparing different business units or different we are dividing the data into different units. Okay. Then we have ordinal. The difference between nominal and ordinal is that ordinal is when the data is arranged in some order or sequence. Okay. Example could be the customer satisfaction score, like excellent, very good, good. So you see it's an order. Okay. Or very poor, poor, good, very good, excellent. It's in an order. Okay. So that's ordinal. Strongly agree, disagree, strongly disagree. Okay. So the difference between nominal and ordinal is nominal could be in any sort of way, like department. If I'm comparing department A, department C, it could be in any order. But ordinal is when it's arranged in a certain sequence. So it's a difference between nominal data and ordinal data. So this is also discrete. Okay. And last but not least, which is part of discrete data, is the percentage data. Like 55%, 65%, 65.3%. So if you notice, whether it's a binomial, whether it's count, whether it's nominal, whether it's ordinal, whether it's percentage, all these cannot be broken further. This is the last sort of unit that you have. You will not be able to convert. You will not be able to convert. You cannot be breaking the binomial data because you will have either true or false. You cannot break number of count. You cannot say half people or 1/4 people. Okay. Similarly, nominal and ordinal you can't break, and percentage also you can't break. So these are two important types of data that we should clearly know, that what is discrete and what is continuous. So can I ask people to share certain example of continuous data? Any example, any real life example in your respective processes or in your workplace?
Simar, just a question here. While we were considering cycle time, okay, or TAT, okay, this will depend on the metric. Say, for an example, if in the cycle time, the operational definition that you showed, if I'm considering something in minutes, uh, the example that you gave, we want to reduce it from 20 minutes to 15 minutes. We would consider that data as continuous. But in the same example, if we are calculating the TAT into a percentage of how many times we have met the TAT of say 15 minutes, that would go into discrete. Am I correct?
Can you please repeat the second one which you said? I got the
Yeah.
first one.
So say the same TAT. I have 20 minutes. I have 15 minutes. If I decide to take a metric as how many times have I met the TAT in a percentage,
Yeah, yeah.
that would then we would consider that as a discrete data then.
Absolutely. I will talk about it. Yes, that's very good. That's a very good question. I will talk about it in detail so that everybody can understand. But before, I want everybody to understand the basics first. What is discrete and what is continuous? So that, because this is very important, I don't want anybody to have any sort of doubt in their mind when it comes to discrete or continuous. But Anand, yes, I will discuss your point that whether we can convert discrete to continuous or continuous to discrete. We will talk about that also. So can I ask friends to share any example of continuous data from your respective workplace, respective
Wait,
organization? Okay.
wait can be
Your
continuous.
voice
So
was a
for
bit.
example, you want to share an example. How can weight be a metric? What are you trying to improve?
In terms of metric,
Yeah, in terms of metric.
suppose you have a plant of manufacturing some item which is being sold by the unit weight like kg, or suppose you are manufacturing sugar and you want to see that the mean for 1 kg of pack, the mean weight is around 1 kg. So you will measure it on a continuous basis. So whether it is around the mean, or you are providing less weight to the customer or more weight to the customer. If it is more than 1 kg, then it is will be a loss for you. And if you are selling less, then the customer may know this and avoid your product. So weight is being used in this process.
Great, very good example, Piyush. So weight is one of the continuous data. So for example, if I see that my weight, I am giving away too much of sugars to the or any product to my customers, and if I see that the average weight is exceeding my target, so I can do a project on reducing the weight
And
number also. Yeah. So weight
And
can
Simar,
be.
one more thing is temperature. So suppose you want to maintain a pressure where this volume and temperature are important. So you will try to maintain the temperature within that ambient range, because if temperature is more than that range, then the process may get affected, or you may not get the required output. So temperature can also be a continuous data.
So Piyush, just want to say something here. When you say the range, okay, if you say that I want it to be in a range between 15 to 20, then whether you're talking about the numbers, a particular category, or you're talking about the particular number here, so that makes an impact. But if you're saying that I want the temperature to improve from 15 to maybe 0 or 5, then it becomes continuous.
Yes.
But if you yeah, okay. So I want